Yo, what's up guys, we're gonna share today in this video. We're gonna be taking a look at the special Shinobi for this month, and we have 5 of them. We have Siege of Six Path Naruto, we have Rinne and Sasuke, we have Hashirama, we have original Naruto, and Boruto. It's the first time we actually get beginner special Shinobi in this month, in the surprise acquisition number 24. Hopefully it's not just a celebration of the time slip arc for Boruto, and it will be some kind of a tradition we have every single Sam. So it will help players that don't have the special Shinobi or got shafted on their banners or did not really want to summon this month for any of the special Shinobi. So yeah, I'm glad that they finally decided to add characters that are not featured in this month as special Shinobi. So let's talk about each one of these special Shinobi, what the best character is, the multiplier, the points, and you know, all the information that you need to know about. First of all, starting off with the best character for the Sam, which is Hashirama. You only need his ultimate, you don't need any of his jutsu. So basically, if you can get his ultimate, by the way, it's one of the best ultimates in the game. If you can put your hands on one of these ultimates, then make sure to get it as fast as you can. So for Hashirama, you just need his ultimate. You need his red kunai, so the red kunai from the last team battle. Use it here to improve the power of his ultimate. Again, you always look at the color next to the name of the ultimate and match the kunai with it. So in that case, we need the red kunai. If you manage to get his tool from the stem of summon, if you wasted that much shinobites on the stem of summon, by the way, not recommended to go on the stem of summon, just go to the backup summon and you will have better chances for the ultimate. Try doing singles to get at least one copy of the ultimate. Yeah, if you get the tool, make sure to add the effects of the power post for lunge nature there, because his ultimate got boosted the highest in this Sam. So his ultimate got boosted by 5 times, so instead of the 14,620 here, it's around 75,000 or 73,000, something like that. His ultimate originally does 2 times the standard damage, so with the 5 times standard damage boost times the 2 times, that's 10 times the standard damage. So in general, he has 10 times the standard damage. There are some facts you need to know about. They're not really relevant for the Sam. I'm going to add them to the full care review anyway. If the enemy is sealed, it will deal double the damage. So instead of 2 times the damage, it will be 4 times the standard damage. And it also inflicts lunge nature weakness on the enemy, up to 30% weakness on the enemy. In that case, his ultimate might do up to 5 times the standard damage originally without any boost from the Sam. But in this surprise deck mission, the 10 tails cannot be sealed, and you cannot weaken the lunge nature or any nature on the 10 tails. So basically, these extra damage boosts are not really gonna help you in the Sam. However, he's still the best, and it's not because of the damage multiplier, but it's because of the point multiplier. So the points he gets out of the damage he deals in the surprise deck mission are actually pretty high. It's the highest in the game so far. 90% of the damage he deals are converted into points at the end, which is the highest. Before that, the highest was 50%. So basically, if you deal 1 million damage on the 10 tails, you will get out of that 900,000 points. If you guys have seen my last video on 10 tails versus Hashirama, you can see in level 40 I was able to get 5 million plus points, and that's insane. That's the highest so far. Like the highest before that was like 3 million because it's like 50%. So yeah, it's the most broken multiplier that has ever been introduced to the game, and it actually created a huge unbalance in the game. Like we're gonna go now into Naruto and Sasuke, and you're gonna understand why Hashirama is way better than them. So overall, he does only 10 times the standard damage. He's not really efficient as, you know, in low levels. So from 31 to 37, Naruto and Sasuke will be better because they can easily finish off the Sam boss in just 1 hit up to level 37. But at level 38, 39, and 40, it's exactly the same efficiency, like when we talk about the damage, of course, because he has to use his ultimate like 3 times, and Naruto and Sasuke have to use it twice, and the cooldown is exactly the same. 40 seconds twice for 2 ultimates, extra ultimates over the original one. That will be exactly the same cooldown as Naruto and Sasuke. So at that point, we'll be talking about points. So the efficiency, of course, for Hashirama is the highest, because you're getting more points for the unsealed tags and the fortress medals you're using. So if you have limited amount of fortress medals and unsealed tags. In that case, Hashirama is better because you're getting more points for these unsealed tags or fortress medals you have over Naruto and Sasuke. So let's get into Naruto and Sasuke. As for Naruto, he's the second best in this Surprise Attack mission. And what you want to have on him is basically only his ultimate and the Lava Rasen Shuriken. The Lava Rasen Shuriken is there just for the extra damage in case you need to kill the enemy, like to finish off some extra hundreds of thousands of HP at the end. But mostly the ultimate will be able to finish every single Sam boss at level 8 up to level 37, but after that you will have to either wait for the ultimate once more or just finish it off with the Lava Rasen Shurikens. So the ultimate is really good. It has really high power originally. It had 5 times the standard damage, actually 5.5 times the standard damage. It got multiplied by only 3, not 5. Hashirama got multiplied by 5. He got multiplied by 3, still higher than Hashirama. His ultimate could have actually done more damage if he was able to inflict the nature weakness, which is exactly the same thing as Hashirama. The maximum was only 25%, by the way, but again, the Ten Tails cannot be inflicted with any weaknesses, so this extra weakness thing is not going to help him. So yeah, it's still 5 times the standard damage, multiplied by 3, it's 15 times the standard damage. But we come to the point of the point multiplier. He gets only 30% of the damage he deals as points. So in case, for example, you do the 1 million damage you did with Hashirama, he only gets 300,000 points of that 1 million damage. So Hashirama will get 900,000 while Naruto gets only 300,000. So that's like more than, it's triple the points you get from Naruto, you get it with Hashirama, which is insane. It's just unfair, honestly, if you think about it. So yeah, that's Naruto. Sasuke is pretty much almost the same, except that Sasuke's ultimate got multiplied by 4. They tried to balance Naruto and Sasuke here, and they did actually. Both of them are almost in the same position, I would say. So this is how your Sasuke should look like. Obviously gonna use the ultimate to deal the most damage. You will have the Susamon Shuri to give you attack buff before you actually use your ultimate. And then for some extra damage, using the damage time effect from the flame control to deal, of course, the fixed amount of damage time effect. In that case, you will have to use the Creatine Kunai, the yellow kunai, to impulse his ultimate. And of course, if you have the specific tool from the last round of mission, it will also boost his ultimate damage. His ultimate got multiplied by 4, so basically instead of 5 times the standard damage, it's 20 times the standard damage. Actually, it's 5.5 multiplied by 4, that's 22 times the standard damage. The point multiplier is exactly the same like Naruto, it's only 30%, so of 1 million damage he deals, he only gets 300,000 points. Alright, next up we have original Naruto, which is the 4th best to use in the SAM. His original ultimate, the Rasengan, is the only one featured, not the other ultimate, the 2K Barrage, for some reason, I have no idea why. But yeah, the Shadow Clone is also featured, it does pretty decent damage. So what you want to do here is only use these 2 attacks and the green kunai, the same kunai we're using on the stage of 6 path Naruto, and use the ultimate as soon as you start the game, then coordinate your attacks using the Shadow Clone Jutsu to drop the Ten Tails and, you know, put his eye on the same level as your Rasengan, so you can use your ultimate exactly on his eye to deal the most amount of damage. Honestly, Naruto is very powerful. Even with level 1 ultimate, I managed to get around 500,000 points per game, which is pretty decent. Not so bad compared to the, you know, the non-special Shinobi. And then his point multiplier is 22%, same as Boruto. We're gonna be talking about Boruto right now, which is basically every 1 million damage you deal, you will be getting 220,000 points, which is pretty decent. Not so bad, better than a lot of non-special Shinobi actually. And last but not least, we have Genin version Boruto. He is the 5th best for the SAM, much better than a lot of non-special Shinobi characters, and basically you just want to use his ultimate, nothing else. I only used the shurikens here for some fun because it was kind of boring playing with just the ultimate. His ultimate got multiplied by 6, so instead of the 7,000 you see here, it's gonna be 42,000, and his point multiplier is exactly the same as original Naruto. 22% of the damage he deals is going to be turned into points. So that leaves us with one last character, which again is Hashirama. So we're gonna go back to Hashirama, except this time we're gonna be using his old ultimate because it's an impact nature ultimate. Impact is weakened this SAM on the SAM boss, So you're gonna need his ultimate and obviously every attack card that you have. In that case, you want to get rid of the red kunai and you want to get the yellow kunai. So Hashirama with his old ultimate, if you have it at high level, it will actually give you more points than you can get with original Naruto, or almost in the same level. Like if you have, for example, original Naruto with high level ultimate, like level 8 ultimate, I think you will be getting exactly the same points per game as you do with Hashirama's ultimate at high level. His ultimate, the old ultimate, is not featured. It's not boosted by any multiplier, so it's exactly the same as the original damage, which is already 5 times the standard damage. His ultimate will not hit the eye almost at all. It will always hit the body because, you know, the range of the golem is not really that high. So yeah, it's not gonna do that much damage. It will be doing a maximum of 1 million damage per game. However, still, the point multiplier is exactly the same, which is 90%. So off that 1 million damage you will deal, you will get 900,000 points. So that's good enough for me at least. So yeah, that's Hashirama, another option you can use if you don't have any of the other ultimates in the game for the other 5 special shinobi, but Hashirama is definitely broken. Alright, so if you still don't believe that Hashirama is better than Naruto, you might still think that since Naruto is doing more damage and finishes games faster, like the first 7 levels of the expert mode can be finished in 1 hit, he might be better, of course, than Hashirama. So what I've done is that I played with both characters. My ultimate for Naruto is level 7 and Hashirama's ultimate is level 8. I wouldn't say there's a huge difference. Yeah, I played 30 minutes with Hashirama and then I played 30 minutes with Naruto, and I observed the amount of points that I was able to get within 30 minutes. For Hashirama, I started with around 270 million points and I ended up racking up points up to 330 million points just in 30 minutes. In 30 minutes, I got 17 million points. Can you believe that? And that's just insane, right? Like, imagine all these people in the top ranks that are actually playing 18 hours per day, how many points they can get. I mean, you can actually go ahead and check. But I then played with Naruto for 30 minutes and I got 30 million points. Only 30 million points. It's not even half the amount that Hashirama got in the 30 minutes, which is insane. It's not just it's a really huge gap. It's just so unbalanced and it's so kind of sad. Like, yeah. Alright, so before I end this video, guys, there is something that I have to talk about this unfairness in this SAM, how Hashirama kind of just came in and destroyed a whole month of work for all the Sasuke and Naruto users. Like, in the last round of mission, the team battle, a lot of people have been working on these Narutos and Sasukes. A lot of people wasted Shinobites and actual real money on these characters to max out their ultimates. And then Hashirama just comes in and takes the cake like Naruto and Sasuke don't even exist there. So if you are an affected user and you're using Naruto and Sasuke, make sure to check the link in the description below. It will lead you to the support forum of Ninja Voltage. There, just give them a piece of your mind and tell them how broken Hashirama is, how unfair what they have done with the balancing of this SAM, and how the gap is so huge between Hashirama users and Naruto and Sasuke users. Like, as I said, 40,000 players are actually playing the game right now actively, and they're playing a lot. Like, a lot of people have Naruto and Sasuke in the game, and the fact that Hashirama users, if 10,000 people actually summon on Hashirama, these people are getting for sure the ultimate for Naruto, the free ultimate. And Naruto and Sasuke users will not even be able to get to 10,000, which is so unfair, honestly. So even if you have Hashirama user, if you're a Hashirama user and if you have his ultimate already and you're having an easy time grinding this SAM, I would still recommend you doing the same by telling Bandai about how unfair this SAM is, because you might get affected in the next SAMs. Obviously, this SAM is not going to change. They're not going to do anything in this SAM anymore. They're not going to just make a maintenance and say, hey guys, we're sorry. We're just going to fix Hashirama's multiplier. Definitely not. A lot of people summon just for this huge multiplier that he has. So there's no way they're just going to ruin his multiplier now. So this SAM is a lost cause, I would say. But it's better to be ready for the next SAMs to avoid this from happening again. So I would advise everybody to start and do you're gonna see the instructions in the description below, what you have to do, what you have to send to the Bandai, And yeah, let's hope that this never happens again, because this gap between Hashirama and Sage of Six Path Naruto and Sasuke is just unforgivable, honestly. So this is it for this video, guys. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Overall, Hashirama is a really good character. He's actually a double S tier. You're gonna understand why in the full kit review coming later in like a few days. But honestly, he's a really good character, not just for the Sam, but overall. And if you have the Shinobites, he's pretty much worth to summon on. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.